I'm broke, but I'm not broken. And pretty much what I mean by that is, as you guys, damn, I'm ugly as hell. As you guys know before, I got fired from my job this year in January, and I tried to start my own stream and do the Brokeathon, and I just been off my square lately. Um, Also, recently I got taken off unemployment, so now I have legit no income. Um, Honestly, I didn't think my life would end up being like this, and I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. It really does. Like reflecting on everything that I've done, everything I've built up to this. It's like very embarrassing. Um, I tried real hard to be an example for my family, whether it was like my cousin that like looks up to me that recently graduated or my niece, and just knowing that in a blink of an eye, everything that I worked hard for is like slowly like withering away. Just makes me very uncomfortable. Honestly, I don't know what to do next. I know what to do, but I don't know the destination or where it'll take me. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs. I've applied for over like 200 jobs so far. Plus, we're reaching 300 now, but I've had like probably a total of like 11, 12 interviews since then. And I've had two close calls where I really thought I was gonna get a job, but I didn't get it. And I know I've streamed before, and people have been like, "Yo, Xavier, why don't you just get a job?" It's not that easy. Getting a job in America today is just so hard, especially with me being a financial analyst. Well, I used to be a financial analyst. Now I don't know what I am. And it just beats me up inside because I was this guy making like over 4K a month working at a well known corporate company in America, in Chicago. And now I'm just sitting here every day, just feeling like I'm in Interstellar. I just feel like I'm just trapped on this like spaceship, just watching my money, watching everything that I used to love doing just wither away, and just feeling like there's nothing I could do to stop it really. And that just eats me up alive. Like it's this feeling that I have built up inside of me. It's just a mix of a bunch of emotions. I feel sadness. I feel depression. Um, Definitely had thoughts of just like not existing anymore, but I had to really move through those thoughts. It's not the best thoughts, I could tell you that. It's like I just felt like such a failure. It's like how did I really transition from being this guy, being this role model, this positive figure to my family and friends, to being this broken, sad man that I feel like I have been the past few months lately. And I really wish I knew what to do. Even now, I don't know what I'm doing. I know streamers like to go in here and have fun and turn up, but today I don't really feel like that right now. I just feel like really reflecting because I can't even afford a therapist right now. So I'm using this as a moment to vent and just think about things that's been going on in my life lately. But yeah, for people that don't know, before I was streaming, I was a financial analyst at a very recognizable company. I'm not gonna say the name. I'm just gonna talk about it briefly. I've been there for 2 years. The first year was pretty cool. I've dealt with direct sales, working with a good team. Had a senior, had a manager, had a senior manager, director. Felt like a family. It was a very good feeling. Learned a lot. Learned how to utilize this software called Power BI to rebuild dashboards and make sure that I'm looking at the health of the company correctly from different regions, whether it was inside sales, central sales, east sales, west sales. But that's besides the point. First year, great. Second year, I joined this visualization team, and it just didn't feel like a family anymore. And that second year, me being a financial analyst, I just did not really understand how the dynamics change so fast. Because in that corporate setting, you really have to be adaptable, and I wasn't. Unfortunately, it didn't work out well. I thought it was going okay at first, but literally, like the first 2 months, we had to deal with data migrations, where we pretty much had to make sure that we were transitioning smoothly over from Teradata to Snowflake, and then we were trans no we were trans yeah then we had to transfer over from Tableau to Power BI. The first 2 months was heavy migration. I didn't get no proper training. I didn't fully understand my task on the team. I would ask, but my manager at the time, she was just very overbearing and just like very dismissive at first. During April, I mean, just to give you background about this team, I had a team of it was like a group of like one was junior financial analyst, which was me. I had three senior financial analysts and a manager. I had a VP too. Two of those senior financial analysts ended up leaving. One was placed on a PIP, which is a performance plan, and we're going to talk more about that soon. And the other one just didn't want to be on the team anymore, so he joined a different team at the company. And then on top of that, the third one was getting married, and she had family in India that she had to keep going to and checking on, because that's what she wanted to do, and that was totally fine. She had the time to do it. But with that being said, during like that fourth month in that role, I had to damn near be a senior financial analyst with no prior experience. I had experience with the first role, but trying to like be a higher role my second year with no like training or anything, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know the direction. It was my first time. Like this is like a new experience for me, and I just felt like I was like left hanging fruit. And then it was confusing when you have a manager that tells you make sure you ask questions, and then you try to ask questions and they be very dismissive, or they'll answer your question with a question. What do you think this means? Woman, if I asked you that question, that means I don't know what it means. And every time she used to answer answer my questions with a question, it just make me so like frustrated and confused. And I just felt dumb. I felt like a belittled version of myself. Um, it was just an unhealthy mental that I had throughout that last year of working at this company. And it was an interesting experience. There was a point over last summer that there was people in other roles that was helping out, and they were higher roles than me. I was helping them out with access. I was showing them how to use certain features in Power BI, and I wasn't getting recognized for the things that I'd done great. It was always the small negative things, the things that I've done wrong. Always talking about it, but never feeling validated about the things I was doing right. I just always felt dumb. I always felt like I was littler than everybody else. It wasn't a very pleasant environment. Everybody was always busy. Everybody felt like they didn't have time for me when I tried to ask questions. It was just a fast pace, unfortunate experience for me. Unfortunately, during September, there was an incident where I went to Seattle because I had time off. And I came back and I was telling everybody my experience in Seattle. My manager then makes a comment about my performance that week. And she was like, "Oh, you sound more excited about your trip to Seattle than the actual work you're doing." Ma'am, looking at KPIs is not fun to me. I don't know if any of you out there enjoy doing finance stuff. Really, like it's cool, but calling it fun, you're lying to yourself. And if you actually do like that, kudos for you. You're gonna be very successful one day, and I hope you have your own company. Because staying in corporate, you're not gonna grow too much, but enough to maintain. But anyway, yeah, she made that comment to me, and then um, I felt some type of way. Not gonna lie, went on Microsoft Teams, sent her a DM, and I was like, hey, like, um, I'm gonna say the reasoning before because the reasoning of my underperformance. I mentioned not having structure. I mentioned the two team members leaving and me having to take their place and not really having proper training and for these particular roles because I feel like if you're trying to be a senior financial analyst, like if they're trying to make a second year in the beginning phases, the first half of the year, you need to give them some type of structure or some type of training or some talk to tell them exactly what they're doing, like at least a description or something. I'm just feeling like I'm pulling things out of thin air and I'm suffocating every week at this job. So anyway, um, we have a conversation. I send her a Teams note on Microsoft Teams. I sent her a message. I said, "Hey, I know you said I'm underperforming, but this is the reason why I've been underperforming. I've been trying my best, but we literally had two senior financial analysts leave after like a month of us doing these transitions, these migrations instead of proper training. Because usually when you're in that program, you're supposed to have training like the first 2 to 3 months. The first 2 to 3 months for me was migrations. No direction, no structure, just pulling everything out of thin air. So I addressed my concerns and my like reasonings to my manager, and you know what she did? She gave me my first PIP letter, and that was the most horrible feeling of my life. One of the most horrible feelings of my life. And if you don't know what a PIP is, it means that you're pretty much are at some point gonna get fired. And I didn't really know too much about that. I've seen other YouTube videos of people mentioning that, but I didn't really know the severity of that. I didn't know that it was serious. So in September, she issued me the PIP, and it was just saying like so many micromanaging nitpicky things like, oh, Xavier didn't make this thing this color or this font. Every single page is the font slightly off by 1 or 0.5. Like the gradient, the color scheme doesn't have the hex red color code in it. This color red is brighter than this color red. Inconsistencies in his work. It was just a whole lot of things. And she was just getting on me for every single thing. If I accidentally said something wrong, she'll put it in the notes. She'll be like, "Oh, you said that you got off work 30 minutes early before it was time to get off work. You turned off your computer at 4:30 instead of 5. You're supposed to stay on your computer." I'm like, "That was only one time. And it was because I was feeling sick and I had to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry that 30 minutes from one day, you had to put that in the documents. I'm so sorry." But yeah, so she kept making these documents. It was supposed to be a 3 month long process. You could get fired at any point, and it was just a crazy experience. There was moments. The crazy experience was in October. I had my very first rap show. Yeah, I guess I could say I'm a rapper now. Sometimes I don't feel like it because looking at my past work, I've made so many stupid, fast paced songs for no reason that had no super meaning to it and no full structure. And, but that's besides the point. I had a rap show. My friend Janice really believed in me, gave me an opportunity to showcase the talent. And I don't even, and it really touched my heart because I never had anybody actually tell me that I was a good artist. Because like the way I viewed my music, my past music that I released on Spotify, because I feel stupid doing that. Because now when people look me up, they're gonna see my old stuff and think I'm trash. But my past music was just me, just trying to express myself and not caring, just being very free and vocal. I've been making music since I was like 11 years old. I had a blue iPod, did a freestyle on it. My mom heard it, and she was like, "Boy, I'll beat you." But yeah, and I was just fascinated with rapping because growing up, my first album I ever had was the Carter Three. My auntie bought it for me. I was fascinated with Lil Wayne, Tupac, Outkast. Tyler the Creator was a big one during my high school years. Just reflecting and just thinking about all the artists that I really looked up to. Even soulful artists like Jill Scott, Erica Badu, listening to rap albums growing up. I listened to the whole discography of Busta Rhymes, hearing his old flow. I like his old stuff more than his new stuff, not gonna lie. Like Busta Rhymes is very like versatile and very expressive with his voice. He could tone it down or he could just go all up in your face. And I really adapted that style throughout my years of rapping. My mom used to give me this little radio with a mic built on it. And I remember just like rapping over songs that I've heard on the radio. Like a song would come on, I'll be like, yeah, 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 just rapping on it. I'm just like, oh, I really want to do this. I'm really passionate about rapping. It's just so fun, so expressive. I just feel like I could just fully just kind of be like a fun version of myself. So I just started making funny freestyles. I remember when I was like getting towards middle school age, I had my cousin Nick come over, Nick Foster, and we just like I remember we just was like rapping on YouTube. We made like a remix to Rack City by Tyga, and we were just rapping over the beat. We didn't even have a proper DAW. We just had the beat playing. I had the camera set up in front of us, and I made the gradient black and white. Why did I do that? I don't know. If anybody could find that video, please send it to me because that's hilarious. It was like Kid Breezy and Superboy of Wonder, something like that. Like that was my first rap name. Like I was stupid. But yeah, just doing that and then when I turned like 12 or like 14, one of those ages, I remember I used GarageBand for the first time. I was just on my mom's computer. I was just like imitating vocal singing from like Adventure Time with Finn and Jake when he was like singing an auto tune. I was copying that. I was like, baby. No, that's beside the point. But I was like, oh, this actually sounds kind of good. I was just having so much fun, just staying up all hours of the night, recording myself being goofy on the mic. Yeah, I was definitely 12 years old doing this. Because when I got to high school, it was more serious. Um, I was using Adobe Audition. And then I had a couple of friends come over and we made the group called Triple Scoop. That was my very first rap group. It was very goofy. It consisted of my boy Noah and my old favorite friend, Kimon. The only reason why I say my old favorite friends because I really looked up to him as an artist back then. He was like the most deaf to my Qualib. Like that dude was really good at rapping. He only does like bass guitar now, but he was a really good rapper. And I really wish that he kept up doing that because I feel like if we made some stuff now, it would be fire, man. But he's doing his own thing. I can't force people to rap with me. I can only make new memories with new people or people that I've already been working with. But besides the point, um, Kimon Noah came over. We recorded our songs, spread it around high school, got a lot of views for it. It was fun. I used to have my old friend Jordan and another friend. I'm not gonna mention his name, but we used to make music too, just having fun. Then I went to college, made music with my boys Octavian Wells and Cam Good Woodyard. Like Cam almost was my first roommate, fun fact, but it didn't work out. He ended up going to Regis because we went to Loyola University. But making songs with them, then making songs with like Rainier and Lorenz, like all that stuff was just so fun. And I was a horrible audio engineer. I'm gonna admit that. I didn't really know how to properly mix and master my music until like the end of last year. That's when I was really taking my music seriously. I was looking at YouTube videos, looking at Busy Work Beats, Native D, Snap Beats, Just looking at those guys, there's more, but I don't remember every single person's name. But looking at their videos and just learning how to like actually properly audio engineer, whether it was like EQing, making sure I lower my frequencies so the bass isn't all loud, and like make it like 150, cut it at 150 low, and just doing things like that. Learning how to use compression, still kind of new with that, but just understanding that really helped mold me more. But just going back, looking back, that's besides the point. I was a horrible audio engineer. A lot of my old music, trash, bro. It's gonna bleed in the ears, static, high gain, no direction, random plugins mixed up together that were cracked and some were bought, but it was just crazy combination of me just saying whatever sounds good sounds good. I was like, if it sounds good to me at the moment a little bit, I'll take it. I don't care. 15-minute freestyles. I was doing one takes until 2022 or 23. That's when I was working with my homeboy Coleman Chapman. He's a really good producer, and he was just like on my ass. He saw potential in me too. Like these random figures in my life just see potential in me sometimes. It just motivates me to keep going. But he pretty much was like showing me how he makes beats. Then I started making beats this year, just trying it out more. But he was just like making music, and I was just seeing how he does it, and I'm just like, man, I want to do that. Like, how does he do this? How does he do that? And then combined with him and the videos I saw on YouTube, I learned about channel racks, buses, understanding that stereo should be on buses and mono should be in one channel for the dries, and separating like the recordings from the actual dry area. So if you record, you don't have the plug-in effects permanently in it. Just small details like that really helped me become a better audio engineer. And just looking back, I'm like, damn, if I knew what I knew now back then, how many songs could have been way better if I just spent that 1 hour that I did last year just actually processing everything and learning how to actually do it the right way. And I regret using Adobe Audition during that time too. That's software is freaking like for freaking videos and like movies and stuff. I wish I used FL Studios earlier, but I just never took the time to get to know it. I was so quick with just rushing and going fast that I didn't take time to actually process and understand key things that could actually make me better and more efficient, give you better quality. I was just always like that. But nah, learning FL Studios was amazing. There's so many hotkeys, so many things I still don't know how to do, but it's just such a good tool, and I definitely wish I used it earlier. But yeah, that's where I make my music now. First, it was GarageBand. Actually, it was a random Microsoft thing. I forgot the name of it. It was like Green. I used to use back in the day in computer class, but Microsoft, Adobe Audition, GarageBand, Adobe Audition. I used Logic, and then FL Studios. But yeah, back to the story. I'm just going on tangents. I don't care though. I don't even think people will listen to this. I'm just making this video for myself just to vent and just understand who I am. But back to the story. In October of last year, I had my first show, thanks to Janice. It was at Uncommon Ground, and I performed songs that I made in like 30 days. Like, I was gonna release an album called 30 Days Before the Show. I still didn't release those songs. I need to. I only released like one song out of that on Spotify, and I don't even remember the name because it was so long ago. But yeah, I pressured myself. I was like, work or music. I'm like, I'm gonna go hard and do both. I would stay up till 2 a.m. every night, writing lyrics, making the songs, rehearsing the songs, preparing my financial analyst job, doing presentations, making dashboards, making music, making dashboards, practicing in the mirror, bathroom, making backtracks, making tracks with me rapping lower gain so I can actually hear myself more when I do the actual concert. And when I did that shit, why did I curse? When I did that, that was probably the best performance I ever did in my life. It was one of the few. I've done open mics before, but I always did like background vocals and messing around. But actually rapping lyrics that I wrote and not doing goofy stuff, it was nice. I saw people in the crowd dancing a little bit. I saw videos. I was like, wow. And like the songs that I made were very well put together. Like I'm purposely made it so I was like, oh, I want my tracks to care. I want it to be not a full story that connects with each song, but I wanted to make you go through like array of different emotions. I want to be like, oh, like first song, me feeling like a 90s style hip hop, telling you about myself. Then I want to be serious. Then we're gonna have fun. Then it's gonna be sad, sad, fun, serious. I'm the man, and we're done. And it worked out. I performed like 5 songs. People gave me respect. I was on that mic. I was feeling good. I kind of like blacked out. Like when I'm up there, I wasn't nervous. I was just like, yeah, let me tell you a little story about a brother named Max. Mm-mm. I wish somebody recorded me. That's my biggest regret. Nobody actually recorded the full set. But from the reactions, I felt like I did good. And I made like $90 from that. Like $90 from one show for doing 5 songs. I was like, maybe I should be a rapper. But unfortunately, I was more focused on my job at the time, and I didn't really continue on with the music. And Janice was kicking my ass. Like every week, she'd be like, "Oh, Xavier, did you make a new song yet? Are you releasing?" I'm like, "No, no, no." And this is what I always do when it comes to music, and I hate that about myself. People will send me tracks, like Coleman will send me beats. I'll get these songs. I'll have songs with like my boy Chris, aka Fable, Mason. Like I'll have songs with them, and I'll never finish it sometimes. There'll be songs in the vault that I have that I don't finish, and I hate that I do that. I'm like, oh, do I want to spend time with this song, or do I want to make a quick, goofy song and put it on SoundCloud? I gotta stop doing that, and I've been stopped doing that now, and it is good because now I'm making more music that's better, and I'm getting the validation that I've been looking for years. I'm having friends be like, oh, hey man, that last song you made was pretty good, like pretty good, man. Before, when I was making music, when I was being goofy and saying all kind of crazy stuff on the mic, it'll be crickets. Nobody would listen to it. And then if I had friends that did, they'll probably listen to it and laugh about it because it'll be goofy. But I didn't want to be a goofy artist like that no more. Like I still, in the future, I'll go back to it. I'll do like a Tyler Creator formula. Like that's what I'm doing right now. Like made goofy stuff. Now I'm making stuff that like sounds better. But eventually, I'm gonna go back to being goofy. But I want to do it in a sense that it sounds good too, and actually has more thought out process with it than just being quick and goofy with no direction. Cause I was just, man, that was just putting me in a bad rabbit hole. Like, how the hell was I gonna have people share my music, and then they're gonna listen to my page and see me talking about having sex with somebody's grandma or dogging women out or doing hard narcotics? Like, how was I gonna relate to people with saying that every single song and saying baby girl and what other things I used to hate that I say a lot, like I don't know. It's just a lot of stupid stuff. Cause like now I'm thinking, I'm like, if I send my stuff to people, like, what do I want? If they hear my other music, how do I want them to feel? I'm not gonna get rid of my other music off Spotify. I'm just gonna leave it there as a placeholder of where I came from, just to show my growth. I know that might not be good if I join like a record label in the future, but I don't care right now. Because the reason why I released all that music in the first place was because I thought I was gonna die. It was 2020, COVID was going on. I'm like, man, I've made like over like 400 songs in my past. I don't care if they're butt. I'm gonna pick my favorite ones out of these horrible songs. and I'm gonna release it on Spotify and see what happens. And that's why you got so many random like volumes of History of King X, volume one, two, two and a half, three, four. It's just a bunch of old mixtape songs I made throughout my life that I enjoy listening to, even though they're still horrible. I have worse songs on SoundCloud, but I still keep it there as a reminder of where I came from. I listen to it, I might laugh, I might be like, why the hell did I make this? But it's still special to me. It shows growth. It shows the memories. It reminds me of where I was at the time, whether it was like me dissing my ex girlfriend or me talking about hanging out with my homeboys, smoking weed, or making a song about a girl because she had a flat ass during sex and I didn't enjoy it and never climaxed. Like things like that were just very funny and goofy and bringing back memories to me. But being 27 now, I gotta realize that I have to grow. So my mind is changing. Like I'm shifting. I don't feel like a goofy kid anymore, and I just want to continue doing the things I love. I'm inconsistent. That's one thing I hate about myself. I'm just so inconsistent. I've been looking at videos like staying up till 4 p.m. trying to make beats and I'll do it and then 2 weeks I'll stop doing it, or I'll go to the gym for like 2 weeks and I'll stop going to the gym, or I'll rap for a little bit then I'll stop rapping completely. It got so bad this year that I was more focused on Mason's music because I'm helping him make an album, that I just like forgot that I make music. I forgot about myself. And I'm almost done with his album. He's coming over tomorrow. We're gonna make two more songs, and then I'm gonna focus on X. It's time to show y'all my full potential, the real X, the real Xavier. No more baby girl, take you to the back of the crib, bang, bang, bang. Like, if I do that, it'll be in a more poetic form. I don't want to be the goofy guy, the goofy black guy that people laugh at all the time. I don't want to be that no more. I want to be serious. And it just feels like I need to do this. Going back to what I said earlier, I'm broke, but I'm not broken. I'm not, I have no income, and I'm not going to give up. No matter how many times the devil has tried to, to distract me, make me addicted to certain substances like alcohol, tried to destroy my character, made me turn my back on friends at certain points and do things that I never thought I would do. No matter how many times I've like cried, how many times I've felt like just completely giving up, I never do. And I don't even care if nobody watches this video. If I see this in the future and I end up being somebody, I just want to say, X, I love you. I care about you. And we finna kick some ass. Um, this may be a bump in my road right now, but it's not the end for me. Because I've done so much and I've worked so hard throughout the years to get to where I'm at today. And now for damn sure I'm not gonna let this negative energy and this situation stop me from getting to where I'm trying to go. So be on the lookout. If I make mistakes, I'm only human. I'm not Shannon Sharp, but if things happen in the future, I apologize. And I'm gonna try to keep my head on a swivel and be the best version of X I possibly can be. I don't know what my next job is gonna be. If it's serving hot dogs, if it's cleaning cars, I don't care. I'll do what I have to do to be where I was at before and above. And I'm not gonna stop till I get to the top. Peace out, y'all. God bless. Have a good day.